Cricket 24 came out 20 days ago. The initial response to the game wasn't great. It looked and felt very similar to 22. It had bugs everywhere. It still has bugs everywhere. The career mode is even more limited. I don't even know how that is possible, but it has a few really good additions and changes as well. The game's graphics is really good, gameplay is strong as always with big hand games, yet it's nowhere near polished. There are a ton of little issues that can be fixed, but for now they are still there, but you can tell that the core of gameplay is solid. Let's dive deep and look at every single thing about the game with a microscope. Like so many cricket games before it, batting is Cricket 24's strength. Not to say bowling is not fun at all, but batting is where the game is at its best. Big Ant have never missed when it comes to batting. Right from the start, 10 years ago with DBC 14, they nailed batting and they've been nailing batting ever since. I do feel Cricket 24's batting is as close to perfection in terms of realism as any cricket game has gotten. Of course, bugs and the number of little issues are annoying for sure, but again, this game is like a rusty old superbike. It might take 20 minutes to start, it might not work sometimes, but you know deep inside it is great. If you like an even battle between bat and ball, you will love batting here. As with any big ant game, play this at the highest possible difficulty. It doesn't mean just hardest, but if you can manage medium difficulty, put it on hard. If you can manage hardest, use sliders to make the game even harder. Batting is at its most fun when you're struggling. This is one thing I have always loved about big hand games. The brutal difficulty makes you want to punch a wall, but at the same time it is so addictive you will want to keep playing it and master it. The thing with the brutal difficulty here is that you have enough tools, enough shots, real life tactics like standing outside the crease to negate swing or playing with the spin or swing are effective here. You have to learn every shot, have good footwork and timing, master shot selection, and then maybe, just maybe, you won't keep getting all out for 36. But as I said, in the current state, there are tons of little issues that will frustrate you. AI bowlers keep bowling on the offside. I mean, I had to wait for 5 overs for one ball on the stumps. That's not very realistic, nor is it fun. You want to play shots all around the ground, not just the offside. With the latest patch, it has gotten better, but still the AI mostly bowls outside the off stump. The AI in general is just dumb. Bowlers will bowl bouncers in the first over of a test match with a brand new Duke's ball, and that to James Anderson. When was the last time you saw Anderson bowling a bouncer, let alone in the very first over? So while they have licenses, it's just that they look like real players. They don't act or play like real players at all. Because if they did, Anderson would be setting batsmen up with outswingers and sending them back with a nipping in swinger. But I did see Broad coming around the wicket to Warner, and just like real life, Warner had absolutely no answers. It would have been epic if they incorporated real life skills for licensed players. Imagine how much fun it would be to see Rohit pull every bowler out of the ground, off the front foot, or seeing Steve Smith dance around as he leaves the ball. Batsmen are more responsive. Batsmen will hit the ball exactly where you want to if you're skilled enough. I don't even know how many times I tried to play a flick in Cricket 22 and the batsman ended up playing an uppercut. That hasn't happened here at all. You have more control with every shot except the cut. Sometimes batsmen play a back foot cover drive when you try a cut, but that's the only instance. You have more range as well when batting. You can play a flick shot to mid-wicket, to square leg, and even a very fine flick as well. This wasn't the case in 22, where majority of flicks went to square leg. Most shots have this range. The pull, for example, you can pull the ball to long on all the way to almost above leg slip. You have the entire leg side to play one shot. Because of that, and I have said this a few times, Cricket 24 is the first cricket game with total true 360-degree range. You can consistently play shots to all parts of the ground. Bowling wasn't the greatest on release, but this recent patch has somehow made bowling more fun. There are a few small additions that make gameplay more fun, like it is harder to control the ball. I mean, it's not very realistic when a bowler bowls in that perfect corridor for overs on end. In 24, it's slightly harder to bowl good deliveries, it's harder to control swing, you can easily bowl wides if you're not totally focused, which I do love. Once again, bowling in test matches is the most fun. And it's not even a competition. Bowling with a very attacking field on a bowler friendly wicket with sliders to make the ball swing and spin even more, that's where bowling is at its most fun. Seeing AI batsmen struggle. Fast bowlers are fun to bowl with, spinners are fun to bowl with, but for some reason swing bowlers are underpowered. I mean, in cricket 24 and 22 as well, Broad is a much better bowler than Anderson in the game. Bowling with Anderson feels like a waste of time, which shouldn't be the case at all. He's probably top 5 fast bowlers in test cricket of all time. It's the same with all swing bowlers. They don't feel powerful enough. Bowling with Anderson or Bhuvi in swinging conditions should be the most exciting thing in the world. But Cricket 24 doesn't capture that. They are inferior to full-on fast bowlers and not as tricky as spinners. For example, bowling with Mark Wood is just awesome. Express pace is amazing to play with. Bowling with a skilled spinner like Ashwin keeps you totally engaged. I just want the same when I'm bowling with medium pacers who are known to swing the ball all over the place. Another little improvement is edges make sense. When a batsman nicks the ball obeys the laws of physics. Thin edges go to the keeper or first slip, thick edges fly to gully or fourth slip, and edges look real as well. I don't know about you, but a bowler getting the outside edge is one of the prettiest sights in cricket, and 24 captures that. I actually get excited when I see an edge instead of thinking how an outside edge went over mid-on, which was the case sometimes in 22. They have changed the sound of ball hitting bat. It's perfect for a mistimed shot. It sounds like the bat broke in half, but the problem is, even when you time a shot perfectly, you hear that same ugly sound. Cricket 24 in general has really good physics. When you play a lofted shot too early, it goes a long way up in the air, and when you play it too late, you don't get any elevation. You can use this as a tactic when batting, just playing uppishly without looking to hit sixes. The game does have a lot of little amazing things like that, but it is very similar to Cricket 22. If you play 22, it's a slightly improved, better version. That's it. It's more similar than any two cricket games made by Big Ant. Since they are similar, AI is almost equally dumb in both. Fielders, wicket keepers, batsmen running between the wickets is often a comedy of errors. Wicket keepers take about 9 minutes to complete a stumping. Fielders will just straight up stop working. They'll not move an inch even though the ball is coming in their direction. When batsmen cancel a run, they will make a U-turn like a car instead of turning around like a normal human being. All of these issues have somewhat improved, especially fielding. Fielders seem faster, but runouts are still a complete joke. Wicket keepers especially are on a different level of slow. And the funny thing is, when they are not involved in runouts and stumpings, they are very fast and responsive. They collect balls perfectly with a lot of style, but as soon as a wicket is a possibility, they become 90-year-old grandmas who take 15 minutes to move 2 meters. Stumpings, runouts are frustrating almost every time. What is not frustrating at all is looking at the game. This game is beautiful. Yeah, it looks like 22, but the current version of 22. 2 years ago when 22 first came out, it didn't look this good. So I hope even 24 keeps getting visual upgrades. Lighting is so great, I am playing every match at 4:30 to see the sun setting, and man, everything looks beautiful. Licensed player models are epic, but of course we rarely see their faces close up when playing, so take your time and look at some close-up replays and appreciate the wonderful recreation. Licensed players are good and all, but you know what's better? The Narendra Modi Stadium. I seriously didn't expect to be so excited by a stadium. We got the biggest cricket stadium in the world with the latest patch, and it is a thing of beauty. I might play every single match from now on in Ahmedabad. For the first 2 weeks we encountered performance issues, FPS drops. Now it's smoother, but it's still not completely perfect. FPS drops happen from time to time, but it probably can be fixed with future patches. Now the thing that is most frustrating about the game, the career mode. We wanted so many new and amazing things, we got exactly 0 new additions, but that's not the end of the story. They have actually removed things, training and some others as well, from Cricket 22's career. So basically 22 has a better career than 24, and Cricket 22 never even had a good career to begin with. We are left with 0 fun game modes. I don't even know what they want us to play. Do they just expect us to play exhibition match over and over again or what? I don't know the logic behind removing something that was working fine. Online multiplayer is a little better, a little more balanced than 22, but it's still not enough for anyone to spend a lot of time playing it. All in all, Cricket 24 is a new and improved version of Cricket 22. It's not going to surprise you in any way, but just like Cricket 22, it's a pretty good game that you will have fun with. Especially if you haven't played 22 and are thinking about buying 24, I don't think you will regret getting it. But if you have played Cricket 22, maybe wait for a few months. The game will get better with patches, the price will probably drop, and it might even end up on Game Pass for PC and Xbox users. But make no mistake, the game is not even close to perfect, but still, it is a fun game for sure. If you want to see Cricket 24 compared directly with Cricket 22, click the video on screen. For now, like, comment and subscribe for more Cricket 24 content. Thanks for watching and have a great day wherever you are.